Hello, loves. Welcome to Monday Night Muses. How are we feeling? I was looking to see if I had a harp sample on my MIDI keyboard. I don't, but I have this thing called Big Bripper. It's not quite the same. Anyway, how much did you enjoy Jean Marie? Oh my goodness. I just got done telling her, after we went off the broadcast, I'm like, I love the originals, I love the covers, I love the harp meditation. I'm like, that's everything. I love everything you do. So that's how I feel. Hip to be square. I assume it's hip to be square, but I enjoy pronouncing things literally. Hello, hip to be square. How are you? Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am glad you are feeling fine. So as always, I ask 3 questions at the beginning of every Monday Night Muses broadcast. I see you just followed me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Jean Marie is possum, right? Right. I know. I agree. So here are the questions. Answer me these questions 3. I can't decide if I really like this sound or if it's really annoying. Anyway, here are the questions. Number 1, where are you tuned in from? Number 2, how are you feeling tonight? Number 3, what you sipping on? I'm sipping on water. I'm boring. Also, I want to let you know, pursuant to question 2, did I just freeze? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm back. Can y'all hear me okay? Pursuant to question 2, I want the real answer. I don't want a polite answer. I want the real how am I feeling answer. Because we're a safe space here and we support each other. I'm going to have some water. Hydration checkpoint. Bonk. Okay. Tuning in from a chair. Feeling full. Are we feeling emotionally full? Or are we feeling like I just ate a burrito full? I welcome both. And what was the other question What's the other question I always ask? Oh, and what you're sipping on? You're sipping on air. I appreciate that. I have passed the hydration checkpoint at last. I was real worried about that, to be honest with you. It's like crossing the border. It's like, am I going to make it? Cedar Beach. Welcome. Love seeing more new Long Island friends in the stream. And I love that we have folks who tune in from everywhere. I think I'm going to start with this. I haven't decided what song I want to play with this, but I like it. I think we're doing Lion Streak right now. Mm-hmm. So my name is Rorie Kelly. If you are tuned in for the first time, welcome. Hello. I'm a singer-songwriter from Long Island, New York. I'm going to start off with a song called Lion Streak. Tonight's theme, sometimes I do a theme. I have a theme this broadcast. The theme is just open up. That's my theme. I'm sticking to it. I might regret this synth choice. I did regret it. That's okay. That's more like it. A little warmer. I try to put my heart in it, but it just ends up getting twisted. I think that I was meant to be a weird old cat lady. I try to let go and just be myself. Has anyone ever found that helpful? I don't even know who the real me is these days. I'm on a lying streak. I didn't mean to be. I'm hiding, I'm hiding, I'm hiding everything about the real me. Real me. I try to tell you who I am, but it just ends up feeling twisted. You walk away thinking something that was never what I meant. It was never my idea to go in any closets. People just stuff you in there in tight storage boxes. I fight my way out again and again, and still you think it was me who was confused. Your wish is my command. I'm on a lying streak. I didn't mean it to be. I'm hiding, I'm hiding, I'm hiding everything about the real me. Real me. This isn't really my world. People make me nervous. This isn't my real life. This is just a stepping stone. I build my life on truth, still I put on a mask every day, every day. Only until I am smart enough, brave enough to go it alone. Oh, I'm on a lying streak. I didn't mean it to be. I'm hiding, I'm hiding, hiding everything about the real me. Lion streak, lion streak, lion streak, lion streak. I'm on a lion streak. I didn't mean it to be. I'm hiding, I'm hiding, I'm hiding everything about the real me. Real me. I'm on a lying streak. I didn't mean it to be. I'm hiding, I'm hiding, I'm hiding everything about the real me. Real me. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hello, we have more people watching. Let me say hello to everyone. Greetings from Queens. Ahoy, Judith. I'm sorry you got rained out today, but I am glad to see you. Thank you. Thank you for my Dorito chips. This is something we do. I don't know if I explained that to you earlier, Jean Marie, but we express our love through Doritos in this chat. That's what's in our heart is Doritos. Our crunchy, delicious hearts. How do we feel about the levels? I feel like I made some adjustments right before the stream, right before the opening stream, and I was like, Gina wasn't in the StreamYard chat yet, and I was like, oh good, I'll do some sound checking. So she like walked in virtually on me going like, hello, like making my dumb sound check noises, and I just hear laughter, and I'm like, oh, I guess she's here. Chip-induced chat. We will indoctrinate you to the chips. Be one with the chips. Sorry, I have like a hair that keeps attacking me. It's very violent. Doritos for the chat. Wait, what are those? What's happening here? Is that ramen? Is that what I'm looking at? I'm so bad. Like, I am not very good at seeing the emojis if they're not a familiar one to me on a computer screen. On my phone, I'm good. On the laptop screen, I'm like, what's that, Sonny? What you got there? What is the emoji icon that you are using, young man? The old eyes can't see it. It was pineapple pizza. I'm pro pineapple pizza. Yes, let's leave that up for the whole next song. Okay, friends. I don't have a real big plan, but the theme of tonight's broadcast is just open up. Open up to the possibility of something wonderful happening. Open up and share your feelings. Open up and put your words on the table, even if you don't know where it will lead. Because honestly, what choice do we have? Because we can choose to live an honest life. We can choose to live an open and earnest life, or we can forever be unsatisfied. It just doesn't feel good to live, any other way. That's my personal opinion anyway. Maybe you feel differently. You're allowed. Just open up the pineapple. And then if you make friends with the pineapple, you'll be pals. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Open up for Dorito. Open up for the Dorito airplane. Boop, boop, boop. Imagine a Dorito right there. If I had a Dorito, that would be perfect. All right. This is a song called Let You Down. That's so rude. I'm sorry. I have a little ground hum. I'm working on it. There it is. It's gone now. You wanted the conversation to be easier on me. You envisioned a rosier history for me and my family. And I didn't want to let you down. No, I didn't want to let you down. No, I didn't want to let you down by telling you the truth. I've not walked the usual path, and I have not regretted that. Just by going differently, so many others have misread me. I do not attack your ways just by choosing my own. I do not eschew company, I just find myself alone. And I didn't want to let you down. No, I didn't want to let you down. No, I didn't want to let you down. But don't twist my words around. Don't say the parts that you don't like and not the real me. I'm so sorry. That annoying ground hum is back. Wait, it's there. I just have to kind of poke the wire a little with my foot. It's still good. I am finished shielding you from what you don't wish to see, so that you can be more comfortable around me. Go ahead, never killed anybody. Morning comes and I feel crazy, but I'm so over-assimilating your sarcastic punishments of my and others' differences have been dismissed. I wish you well, but not so well. I continue letting me put me and others through hell, and I didn't wanna let you down. I didn't wanna let you down. No, I didn't wanna let you down. Don't twist my words around. Please enjoy your normalcy. Feel free to speak unkindly of me, 'cause this is more of you than it ever will of me. Thank you, friends. That's the next level. That's my next Pokemon form, when I can just take the ground hum and loop it on, and purposely just make it sound like, no, I'm just doing something grungy. That is prowess right there. I love it. L songs. Do I have any more L songs? I don't know the names of my own songs. I'm here for the L songs. Maybe because L is blue in my synesthesia and matches my sad girl heart. Oh, I love that. A little blue L. I'm trying to think of songs that start with Nell, and it's so not how my brain works. I do remember that I used to notice that, I'm looking at it right now, like I have my CDs next to me, because I'm an old person and have a CD collection, and I have certain areas of my CD collection that are much larger than other areas. Like my B's are bursting because I'm into Ben Folds 5, for starters, and Belle and Sebastian, and that alone will get you like a sizable thing. I have a lot of W's because I like Rufus Wainwright and Dar Williams. And then other letters just do not get very much representation. But I remember, like, if I was looking for new music back when you went to a record store, I would go to a record store and I would be like, well, I always have good luck with the letter B. And I would start there. Lady of the Harvest Moon is an L song. Good call. Landslide is an L song, but we're doing originals today. However, agree. Fair. And it's a good song, so maybe there's something to this. Today's episode of Monday Night Muses is brought to you by the letter L and the color blue. Oh, liminal spaces. Good call. Thank you. Thank goodness, you guys. You guys are like my... Thank you for knowing my own catalog better than I do. I've been good. I've been really good. I've been shedding my slave skin, and I am piped, and I am ready. So come on, baby, let me in. You said you wanted to know how bright moonlight could go. I'm your lady of the harvest moon, so come on, turn me up. You said you wanted to hear all loud and unclear, and the moon's gonna rise rise tonight, right here. I said, do you believe in fate? And I said, I don't know, I don't care. I believe in where my heart is. And I just make sure my faith follows me there. You said you wanted to know how bright moonlight could go. I'm your lady of the harvest moon, so come on and turn me up. You said you wanted to hear well loud and out clear, and the moon's gonna rise tonight, right here. Thank you for moonlight and fire, fire. Thank you for all that inspires. Thank you for the love of my life and no compromise. Said you wanted to see through that big mystery. Well, it's driving through every day. So come on, open your eyes. You said you wanted to hear well loud and clear, and the moon's gonna rise tonight, right here. You said you wanted to know how bright moonlight could go. I'm your lady of the harvest moon, so come on and turn me up. You said you wanted to hear well loud and clear, and the moon's gonna rise tonight, right here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you all for the compliments. Y'all are the sweetest. Thank you, Dave Sinewave. Oh, Dave, are you a looper too? Is that why you're a sine wave? I am. Please tell me. I love to meet a fellow looper. I'll still like you even if you're not, though. Oh, I forgot about the backups. I should have looped them. Thank you so much. Oh, not really a looper. Okay, I'm thinking like sine wave. I'm like, waves go in loops. That's why I asked. That's fair. You don't have to be a looper. I still like you. Not a looper, but I like math and music and audio tech. Okay, cool. So we vibe. I'm here for that. There was one more else song I was going to play. I forget what it was, but I think someone suggested it. Liminal Spaces. Yes. I've been vibing with that on the keys lately. Hey, Fred. How you doing? Well, thank you. The looping appreciates you. It's sentient. I've been listening to a whole podcast about AI because there's that whole Google News thing about how they think one of their things went AI, and I've been listening to a really interesting podcast about it. And it's like nice when you listen to something really in depth about a topic you're interested in and you walk away feeling like, wow, I know less than I thought I knew because of all the things you learned. Like it just opens your mind to so many possibilities. I have a thing for liminal spaces. That was a good intro to that song. Sure, totally relevant. I get stuck inside them for ages. When you observe a particle, the particle changes. But No one's understanding when that's changed too. If you're looking, I had a book of dreams on my nightstand. I always thought that I'd come back for it. I had to prove I could do it my way. I had to prove that I could make rent. If you just believed me the first time, it wouldn't have been so hard for me. Where are the moons, the stars I was promised? Where is the music monk I never got to be? Because I got stuck chasing love from somebody. Cause I got stuck trying to chase money. I have a thing for liminal spaces. I sang that verse already. I have a thing for piano players. I try to learn from the things I am drawn to. I try to learn why the mouth inside me makes this particular flame, so I don't get burned again. I have a notebook, so many it's embarrassing. I have a lot to say for someone, so quiet people think that she's a stuck-up bitch until they get to know me. And by the time they get to know me, I'm attached even if it's wrong. Where is the Knight of Cups I was promised? I went all in, and all I got was this lousy discernment. Cause I got stuck chasing love from somebody. Cause I got stuck trying to chase money. It's too late now. You can never take it back. It's too late now. You can never get the years back. It's too late now, and the future looks exhausting. Where are the broken but good-hearted people? I feel myself changing into something I don't like. Cause I got stuck chasing love from somebody. Cause I got stuck trying to chase money. I have a thing for liminal spaces. I get stuck inside them for ages. When you observe a particle, the particle changes. I can barely understand the particle that I've become. Thank you so much, friends. Boss RCs love you. I feel that. My boss RC loves me. At least I like to think so. I certainly love it very deeply. I've been doing the thing that musicians do, where I've been looking on the internet at gear I can't afford, because I really, really have been wanting to have more tracks to loop with. I've been looking at the newer, the more fancier, tricked out version of the RC Boss pedal. I want to say it's the RC 3000. Like currently, I'm on the RC 30, which doesn't exist anymore. Now it's rebranded as the RC 300, I think, but it's the same thing. Very confusing. And it's just got 2 tracks. And you can have, I think, 4 or 5 on the big new ones. And I want those tracks. I want them. So that's a current savings goal for me. Putting a little bit of money from my tip jar from every gig towards that right now. All right, it's time for Poetry Corner. Well, you know, that's fine for streaming. At gigs, it feels less possible. I don't want to bring a laptop to a gig because I'm just like, if someone spills a beer on it, I'll ruin my life. But yeah, maybe that's where I will eventually be headed. I don't know, you know, but I really like the portability and the ability to just have a pedal and be able to plug everything I wanted. I got my MIDI controller, I got my guitar, I got a mic. Like, it's really versatile, you know. So that's where I'm at for right now. Got Sweetwater on speed dial. I understand. Brian from Sweetwater and I are like BFFs now. He doesn't realize it yet. I love it, you guys. We should all like we should all make little Valentine's Day cards for our Sweetwater reps. And they send candy with everything. I have like a little bag of candy that came with the last thing I ordered from Sweetwater, which was nothing special. It was like guitar polish or something. My husband is like, "What is this random candy? Like, did you go trick or treating?" I'm like, "No, it came from Sweetwater." Anyway, you're gonna name your kid after the Sweetwater guy. That is dedication. That's love right there. That's love. It's the right thing to do. All right, so it's time for Poetry Corner. For today's Poetry Corner, my poet of the evening is, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to say Shelby King. Shelby King has a brand new podcast you should know about. Oh, but you know what? Before I tell you about that, I will start recording because that's something that everyone should know about. Okay. So, Poetry Corner started as just something I felt like doing because I think poetry is neat, and it has turned into like a regular weekly thing because people liked it, and now it gets re-aired after a broadcast here on WUSB.FM, that's Stony Brook's local college radio station, as well as Lucky Star Radio. So really, really grateful. That's something that came out of this series that I just did because I'm a goofball, and I'm like, what if I did some looping? I've read some poetry, and people liked it. And I'm like, oh, neat. People like the weird things I do. So thanks, y'all. So let me get into record here. Boom. Yes, I was saving it to let you know, but Shelby King now has an awesome podcast, Somnambulist Dreamcast, now available on Spotify and Apple. It's really good. I got to listen to I'm Special, so she sent me the first one before it was aired and was like, you could listen to a preview if you like, and I'm like, I like. It's really moody, it's ethereal. If you like, just like vibing to really interesting imagery and sweet sounds underneath it, you will really enjoy it. Matter of fact, for fans of Poetry Corner, if you're into Poetry Corner, Somnambulist Dreamcast is like even better. Okay, let's start recording. Thank you so much for tuning in to Poetry Corner. I do this every week at 8:30-ish p.m. Eastern Time, live on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Rorie Kelly is where you can find the live Poetry Corner broadcast. But don't worry, it then gets rebroadcast to you via WUSB as well as Lucky Star Radio. I'm so grateful to be signal boosting poetry and in turn have Poetry Corner be signal boosted. And that's really just a community thing that happened organically, and I'm really thankful. So tonight I am featuring the poetry of Shelby King, and I want to let you know, if you enjoy this poetry, Shelby King actually has a podcast now. It's called Somnambulist Dreamcast. I know that's really hard to spell, so instead, if you just search for Shelby King Spotify or Shelby King Apple Podcasts kind of thing, you will find the podcast. Shelby spelled with one L. It's really nice. It's really vibey and really moody, much like the imagery you'll be hearing in these poems that I'm sharing today. These are untitled poems, so I'm just going to kind of allow them to flow. Speak to me through the years, over the vacuous space of time. You've reached me, you've seen me with the breath of your rhyme. I've wished you'd be here to bask while I admire, but you've learned the magic of disappearance over many years gone by. You've built your fortress out of blood and bones. You've gathered the kindling for your humble pyre, but in the end, the mistook mystic was masked behind the liar. Swallowing vapors, drowning as your spirit climbs higher, the smoke tapers, the miracle that knocked you out, a curse. I cry in a bemused shout. You've disappeared, but I can hear and I want to let you out. They do try to dilute the insurmountable soul. They tried to erase you, but you could never be invisible. He tried to break you into pieces. Despite him, you force indivisible. You cannot break a voice, a spirit and its choice, in spite of your efforts to turn inside out. Fine, break your life, annihilate and die. You had your practice. You got it on the last try. You infused my heart and mind. In your voice, I recognized. I didn't know your pain was mine. To immediately love and mourn and cry before I even knew how you died. Oh, so queer to disappear in the cycle of space and time. Dispelled the illusionary muse, a shadow in the mists, sanctuary in a dream. In incantations and illusions, my voice came into being, dancing light and shadows on a screen. No, these shapes were never what they seemed. Replaying the scene to cast light upon the figure, the mystery yet to be seen. The details come to life, hollow, scurrying from the shine. He is sticking to shadows as I approach, too bright. Ignite the lies, as swift to drift to ash, like fire touching gauze. In this exorcism, exposed teeth and claws, burn the pain away, moving lips, never to repeat that name. Not again, not again. What remains? My delicacy and the blaze of my flame. The pending question has taken residence again. The momentum, attention, a swinging pendulum hanging above my head, meeting where the cycle bends, a transition emerging from an end, sending out waves, at first burst, a dancing parade. Dwindling, it begins to fade away. We've had yet a chance to say everything, anything, in infinite space. We dance, just skeleton, a flashing beat set ablaze, humble hands held, cradled fingers reading palms delicately, crossing feet step around the center. We rotate, Let us take our names from moss-covered stone and change the syllables to sounds we only know. Howl with me. Echoes resonate across space, through which, outthrown, headstones skip. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for being a part of Poetry Corner. I hope you will follow Shelby King. If you enjoy this poetry, you can hear her soundscaping under the poetry, and it's just like a really fun, like kind of vaguely mythical, imagery-laden journey. It feels really good. It's good to fall asleep to. It's good to drive to. It won't put you to sleep. I do not fall asleep while driving to it, but it just puts me in a way better mood than the LIE usually puts me in. So I think you'll really like it. Somnambulist Dreamcast is the name of the podcast. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, everybody. Shelby King dedicates that one to Sylvia Plath. Snap, snap, snap. Seeing the Doritos. Untitled. I actually have to say, like, I love that your poetry is untitled, and I also love that it flows, like the way you do your podcast and how it's kind of just this flow of imagery inspired me to be like, I don't need to break up each poem and introduce it separately. I am going to just break it up by changing the feel of the loop underneath, and that felt like a really cool thing. So thank you. Thank you for giving me the inspiration to do that, and also letting me do things with your poetry, which is beautiful. Thanks, Dad. Thank you for all the Doritos, everybody. All right. I think I'm fresh out of L songs. I feel like I want to play you New Moon in Cancer. I don't know why exactly, but I feel like it. Stick with my old trusty whirly sound, which is becoming my new best friend. So, New Moon in Cancer, it's a song that I wrote during quarantine. I'm just going to take myself out of record. I wrote this song during quarantine, and it really was about thinking about like the new normal. We were all talking about like getting back to normal, and then a few people were like, do we want to get back to normal, or do we want to build a better normal? Like, many of us, I think, realized how burnt out we were as the world shut down. And I know I wasn't the only one who kind of took a deep breath and was like, oh, this is what it feels like not to be rushing all the time. In the midst of course, like all of the pain and grief and anxiety of a global pandemic, that was still something that I was like, oh, I got to think on this. And it's not just about that. It's not just about like busyness culture, I think. It's also about when you're alone with your thoughts, and many of us were forced to be, you can't help but kind of touch on some of your deeper truths. And sometimes that's really uncomfortable. And sometimes it points you in the right direction. It can be like a North Star that's like, okay, here's how I've gone off course, and here's how to course correct. And I think that's what this song is about. I'm really feeling this new moon in Cancer, 'cause I know that the water has the answer for all of my burnt out pieces. And every part of me says I'm too tired to go on trying. And all the best parts of me are on fire and dying. And I know I'm in there somewhere. And maybe it's time for a change. Maybe it's time, I think it's time for a change. You put it on the line, yeah baby, so just be brave. 'Cause no one ever grew up without pain. And I know that this life is a gamble, and I'm blowing my dice, 'cause I wanna take a ramble. Gonna use this time as a gift. No, I don't wanna be rude or wasted, and I build my faith out of stubbornness, 'cause I don't wanna trade my happiness for dollars that'll never buy it back. No, I can't buy that as a wise life path. And maybe it's time, maybe it's time for a change. Maybe it's time, yeah, I think it's time for, maybe it's time for a change. You put it on the line, yeah, baby, so just be brave, 'cause no one ever grew up without pain. No one ever grew up without soothsayer, path maker. Everyone turns to you. Are you gonna carry that weight another year? A truth keeper, path taker, tired secret keeper. Are you gonna put it all down and go clear? When you gonna put it all down and go clear? When you gonna put it all down? Clear, my dear. When everyone turns to you, there's only one thing to do. Join the crowd for once and turn to you. Maybe it's time, maybe it's time for a change. Maybe it's time, yeah, I think it's time for a change. You put it on the line, yeah, baby, so just be brave, 'cause no one ever grew up without. No one ever grew up without. Thank you, friends. Might be the RC600. They've changed all the names of everything, and I'm confused. I know I was like cruising around on Sweetwater the other day, and there's like, I want to say 5 pedals, and each of them is a start, stop, and controls a different track. That's what I can tell you about it. I have to take a closer look. I needed to close the browser window before I did something rash. as I know some of my fellow musicians will understand. All right, I think we're going to do Midnight Feels. I'm going to play it on guitar, though. I'm going to be honest with myself about whether or not I really have a piano arrangement for this song. The answer is no. Sorry for bouncing against the microphone. Y'all don't need that. Thank you for spending time with me today. The theme of this broadcast, because it has been a theme in my life lately, is just open up. Just open up to what's true. I feel that all the times I felt lost in my life, which are plentiful, all the times I have felt lost and I felt like I don't know what to do or how to get myself out of the situation I'm in, or you know, how I want to change my trajectory. It has been less about taking bold actions and more about quietly listening, like listening, you know, I guess to the inner voice or whatever, you know, listening and understanding. And then the changes come easily. Then it becomes really obvious when you take the time to be still and silent, or be noisy in my case. But like, listen, you know, within, because we all have an inner compass, and life can be so noisy and it can be hard to hear it over the noise sometime. And I mean, I'm saying this as someone who makes noise for a living, so take that with a grain of salt, you know. Anyway, this song definitely came out of my subconscious. I literally dreamed it, and it really was a part of me realizing that I needed to show up more for my creativity. And that might sound silly from someone who is like built their life around their creativity, but it's not just about like, okay, I've made it profitable. You know, it's about spending time with it every day. And I know I'm not the only musician who feels like showing up and like showing up for music, bringing music into my daily life is like a spiritual practice. It's a practice that keeps me whole and grounded and helps me know who I am, in the same way that I think for some people, like a religious faith does. You know, and for some people I know it's very tied together. So this is a song that helped me reclaim that. Here, here. What is she saying to me? Am I now my worst enemy? Years and years of conditioning. What have they done to me? She's asking me. Am I now her worst enemy? Too busy productiviting to think about her needs. And what am I without her really? And what is it all for in the end? Makes you wanna stop right there in those midnight fields and say, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, why, oh, why, oh, why. I can't deny the anger, 'cause it's in me too. Can't blame darkness for existing when you keep on plugging the lights. The room is packed tight with silence, deafening. She said, didn't you want me to be quiet? 'Cause you acted like a crayon that is cold and empty when you stomped out the fire yourself. Makes you wanna stop right there in those midnight fields and say, oh, why, oh, why, yeah, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, yeah, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why. I suspect she's just like me, and all she wants is the apology, respect that has been lacking, and a change. And I know from experience it doesn't always work that way, not even often, in fact. But what does it do? You don't get a new heart when you burn the old one. Now you just got to work with whatever you got left. Makes you wanna stop right there in those midnight fields and say, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, not forget what it is that we fight. Thank you, friends. That song is called Midnight Feels. Thank you for these delightful Doritos. I like this Dorito with like the hidden pyramid. Ooh, spooky. Thank you all. Thank you all for chiming in. It's really nice. It's really nice that there are so many musicians, so many creative humans. I don't know what it is. Something about my life, like creative humans are drawn to me. I am drawn to them. And I'm really grateful to be in community with all of you. I feel like we are all like worshiping at the same altar. I don't know why I'm getting so religious with my imagery today. But, you know, thanks for being on this road with me, y'all. I'm going to do one more song. I think I'm going to do the bird song. I say it surprised as if I'm not the one picking out the songs. I think I'm going to finish with the bird song because I've been enjoying this version of it that I've been doing lately. Thank you all so much for spending time with me. Birdsies, tweet, tweet. I feel that way. I feel like I wasn't raised with a particular religion, you know, like my parents instilled their values in me. I feel really grateful for that, but I wasn't like raised to worship any particular way. And I feel grateful for that because it's allowed me to kind of explore the world and see what matches my heart, you know what I mean? And I have to say the thing that matches my heart pretty consistently is music, and it really has steered me in so many ways. Maybe overly religious poet could have gotten in your subconscious. Get out of there. It's like when you got a raccoon in the attic. Like, hey, get out of there, you loud raccoons. Teach a bird to sing, fly, fly, fly away. Teach a bird to sing, fly, fly, fly away. Teach a bird to sing, fly, fly, fly away. Teach a bird to sing, fly, fly, fly away. Teach a bird to sing, fly, fly, fly away. Teach a bird to sing, fly, fly, fly away. If you would teach a bird to sing, she will learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly away. If you would teach a bird to sing, learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly away. You think you got it, cage of brass and a lock and a key. You think she's too dumb to set herself free, but the fact that you're locking her up shows you're the dummy. You think you're all of that and a bag full of chips, but you gotta control just to get your kicks. And the fact that you're locking her up shows you're the dummy. And if you teach a bird to sing, she gon' learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly away. And if you teach a bird to sing, she gon' learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly way just to wanna please, but I got some ideas of my own that don't include you. 'Cause I see sky out my window, and the sun is rising, 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 yeah, just like I will. 'Cause I see sky out my window, and the sun is rising, 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 just like I will. And if you would teach a bird to sing, she gon' learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly away. And if you teach a bird to sing, she gonna learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly away. If you teach a bird to sing, she gonna learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly away. I see sky out my window, and the sun is rising, 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 yeah, just like I will. Because I see sky out my window, the sun is rising, 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 yeah, just like I will. If you teach a bird to sing, she gon' learn to fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly. If you let her sing, she gonna fly away. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been so wonderful getting to sing to you today. Don't forget to come back next week for more Monday Night Muses. I always have an opener every week at 7 o'clock Eastern, and then I close it out myself from 8 to 9 Eastern. Also, I have another broadcast. It's called Can't Find My Keys. It's a keyboard-only broadcast. I am not allowed to play the guitar. The idea is I will take your request and play anything you ask me to play on the piano and hope for the best. It is both to improve my keyboarding skills, which it has actually been doing, and to maybe give us a few laughs along the way. You know, like, life's too short not to laugh at yourself as you get better at an instrument. That's my opinion. Okay, and that's on Sunday nights, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Let's go raid someone. David, you still here? I know you wanted to guide the raid last time, and we didn't end up having a raid, so tell me, my friend, who we should raid. If you're new to Twitch, what is a raid? Well, we literally go and raid another channel like pirates, except instead of bringing death to them, we bring revelry and fun. It's a nice thing to raid someone on Twitch. We go and bring our party to their party. That's the vibe. So I hope you'll join me. There's a lot of really good musicians that I've discovered on Twitch this way. So I hope you'll come with us for the raid. Let's see. Do we have... Is David gone? Maybe he's not here. You're welcome for singing you songs. Okay, well then I will choose who we will raid today. We got a few great humans who are currently playing. Let's go raid Emmy Law Music. Emmy Law is such a good human. Such a beautiful voice and such a beautiful attitude. Emmy Law Music is who we're going to be raiding. Let me make sure I have that typed right. All right, as always, my friends, I am going to sing you out. It's a little loud. Thank you for coming to Monday Night Muses. 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 Ooh, oh. Don't forget before I see you next week to stay hydrated and be nice to yourself. Don't forget to take care and don't get into too much trouble. A little bit is inevitable. What can you do? Okay, let's go on a raid. Let's go.